Hello again from my front porch. I I wanna chat about, well, there are two things, but and I'm going to connect them, but I'm going to admit right up front they weren't actually connected when they happened. but I just can't get out of my head the connection. And I hope you'll understand here, at least by the time I'm finished. Um, I was at the grocery store last night, or was it the night before? Anyway, recently. And in the aisle, a little farther down, were a couple of knuckleheads. And I use that term affectionately because they're younger guys. I'd say probably somewhere in their early 20s, maybe mid 20s. They were whatever they were getting, but they were talking to each other apparently about the day, and one of them, I wasn't listening and I hadn't heard all of it anyway, but one of them was talking about apparently some mistakes that had happened at his job that day, that he had made, or whatever he was doing, that he had screwed up some stuff. And the other guy at one point, he's talking about this, and they're chuckling, and the other guy said, so what did you do about it? Did you fix that before you left? And I kid you not, the first guy turns back to the other guy and he scoffs and goes, "God, they don't pay me enough to do that." And they laughed, ha ha. They grabbed whatever they were grabbing, and they walked out the aisle. And I tell you, I stood there for a moment and I thought, wow. What kind of mentality is that? And then I realized I've been experiencing that mentality potentially repeatedly over the last several weeks. And again, I am voluntarily saying I'm connecting these things. I don't know that mentality is the driver for what the other part I'm going to share now is, but I'll let you draw the conclusion. All of these examples involve service industry, food industry things, where I was traveling recently, and where I was staying, I actually one night decided to order from a pizza place, and I ordered thin crust and protein meat kind of things. Tried to keep the carb amount low, so before anybody scolds me about that. But I ordered that, and I ordered 2 screw top 20-ounce Diet Cokes. Now, people say, why didn't you just get a 20-ounce? I'm staying in a hotel room. I do not want to mess with a 20-ounce Diet Coke and then potentially having to go get ice. No, I just want 2 of these smaller ones so I can have one. I have an extra one in case I need the extra one. I can put it in the fridge. I'm good. So judge me all you want, but that was my order. Well, it was from Domino's, and there's the tracker, and I'm watching the tracker, and the tracker, it was over an hour before it finally even said that my pizza had been put in the oven. Now, staffs are short everywhere. They had trouble finding employees. I get that. There are issues, other extenuating circumstances that can happen. People calling in sick. I should be grateful that the people who were there to take care of stuff for me, and I am. So I'm not trying to bite the hand that feeds, if you will. But after it finally got in the oven, after what was a very long period of time, then things seemed to progress fairly quickly, and eventually it said that the guy was on his way delivering the pizza, delivering my order. And so I went down to the lobby to meet with the individual, and he showed up, very nice, friendly fellow, and he hands me the box, and he hands me 1 20-ounce Diet Coke. And I said, do you have the other Diet Coke? And he goes, the other Diet Coke? And I said, yeah, I ordered 2. He goes, oh, he digs through his stuff, looks at the receipt thing. He goes, well, yeah, I guess there are 2 there. So what would you like me to do? Do you want me to go back and bring that back to you? And in that question, he's almost guilting me. Do you really want me to go? This is what I heard at least. Do you really want me to go all the way back to the shop just for that one 20-ounce Diet Coke? And you know what I did? I made him go get it. Why? Well, mainly because I paid for it. And so I was, yes, it was just one. And frankly, I could have got them there in the hotel. They were not as expensive. They were cheaper than the pizza place. But still, it wasn't a matter of I needed another one. I could have got one there at the hotel. The issue was I had paid for this. I had ordered this. I had paid for this. And as the customer, I deserve to get what I paid for. Not just what I ordered, what I paid for. And to insinuate that somehow I was creating an inconvenience for him because I wanted my order correct with that one little detail really connected in my mind that mentality that I heard these guys talking about in the aisle. Yes, I created a problem. Yes, I screwed up. However, I'm not getting paid enough to fix it, to actually give customer service. Well, then there have been other examples of that I have experienced, and Lisa has experienced as well. We every once in a while we'll go to Arby's, and she likes this stuff called the Red Ranch sauce. Now it doesn't come in packets and things like that. You have to, but if you request it at the window, the drive-up window or something, they will give it to you in a container. And every time we go, no matter what she's getting, she may get the same thing every time. I don't know. No, she varies it up. But she always wants this Red Ranch sauce because she really likes that sauce and wants to add that to whatever she's getting. And it has become a running joke. It's almost as bad as the ice cream machine at McDonald's kind of thing. You know, is it working? Is it not working? Odds are it's not. You know, kind of thing. We pull up, we order the Red Ranch. Yeah, got it. We get up to the window. Is everything in there? Yeah. And we will even verbally say, and you got the Red Ranch in it? Yeah. And then we pull away, or, you know, worst case scenario, we get all the way back to her house, for example, and maybe unpack it to eat there. And guess what's not there? There's no Red Ranch sauce. But we ordered it. The person confirmed it. Now, I guess I've not looked at the receipt to see if I paid for it. But if they charge extra for it, I would have paid for it because they confirmed it on the order. And yet, it's not there. Now, in that scenario, you know, at that point, if we've gone all the way back to her house, for example, to sit down and eat the food, we don't go all the way back up there to get that. But still, it's the scenario of, okay, this is what I ordered. That's what I should be able to get. And I should be able to depend on the person working to get it right. I shouldn't be the one who has to confirm it and to ask again that they're, and I shouldn't have to pull off to the side before I leave the parking lot, pull everything out and confirm that everything I've ordered is in there. Although that's now become a standard practice. And a lot of people do that at McDonald's. I remember that before. But why? Why should we have to do that? Well, it's because the person working has that mentality of, I'm not getting paid enough. It's not my job to ensure it's correct. You get what you get. Well, most recently, and this one really shocked me and surprised me. Most recently, I went up to Jethro's Lake House. It's one of the Jethro's branches up in Altoona. And I was getting some boneless chicken wings. Now I know they're breaded, and so the breading I'm probably not supposed to eat. But the chicken is good for me. That's okay. And so I was getting the boneless chicken wings without sauce, you know, just the wings. And I got up there. I paid my money. I got my order. It's in the bag. It's got my receipt stapled to it. Has my name on it. Says order of boneless wings. Blah blah. Blah. All right there. I pay for it. I take it. I drive home. I get home. I open it up, and I have a bacon chicken ranch wrap. Now, at this point, the place is almost closed. So I call back up there. It's after closing time. I didn't even think anyone would answer. I wasn't sure. They do answer, and I tell them what has happened. And they confirm for me that my wings are actually sitting there on the counter in a bag without my receipt stapled to it because my receipt was stapled to the bag that they gave me. I don't know who wanted the chicken bacon ranch wrap, but they didn't get it either. They actually literally tell me if I want to come back up, it's about 15 minutes. If I want to come back up, I can get. So if I want to turn around and drive all the way back up there, I can get my chicken. However, because it's after hours now, the kitchen's closed, they won't be warm. They literally told me this, warned me this. Now you could come get them, they won't be warm, and so then I'd be picking up boneless chicken wings that are not even warm there and driving the 15 minutes back to my house where they're even less warm. So then I'm gonna have to just warm them up back here. And I was like, you know what? No, forget that. And so they say, well, we won't charge you for that. Okay, well, that was nice. That was nice. They actually, whoever I was talking to did do that. And I checked my bank account and it looked like the charge never went through, that they had never processed the charge, which I thought was interesting because I had given them my card and swiped it and I signed the receipt, so I would have thought. But apparently maybe on their end they have some way of canceling it before it all processed through because it never showed up in the bank. So okay, cool, whatever. So I will give them credit for that they did fix that. And but still it was whoever put those bags together either was in such a hurry, they were distracted. I don't think their staff was short staffed. I don't know. It looked pretty full of staff people, but still the point being that lack of attention to detail, that going about the tasks and feeling like I have done what I needed to do because I did the tasks. No, what you're being paid for is serving the customer, meeting the customer's needs. And that seems to have gotten lost in the shuffle. Now, I don't know what those two morons that I was overhearing, I don't know what they do. I don't know what the company was they work for or what industry they're in or if they're even customer facing. I don't know. But you see how these things connected in my head. That there's that conversation between those guys, and that just sort of, when I heard that, it drew out all of these examples from my mind, all of these recent memories and experiences, again, mostly from food service stuff, but of where there seems to be this lack of concern for the customer. I'm not getting paid enough to fix mistakes. Also means I don't feel like I'm getting paid enough to simply get it right, because that somehow requires extra work. And there are those who feel like that's the way it is, that I'm not getting paid enough to take the extra steps, make the extra effort to do this the right way. And that just maybe I'm just getting old, but that just makes my head explode, because it's like no, it's not a matter of you being paid extra or enough to get it right. You hired on to do this job, and this is how much you were offered to do the job, and you took the job, and you're expected to do it right. That's how this works. So I don't know. I don't have a solution on this. I don't have a big thing that I'm trying to say here. It's just that I just literally shake my head. What in the world is going on? And these places complain that they can't find workers, and so apparently they're just settling for warm bodies. And those warm bodies think they're there to get a paycheck. Not that they're there to do a job to get a paycheck, and that job entails doing the job correctly to get the paycheck. I don't know. So maybe this will become something that I'll have to dig deeper into, and we'll talk more about it later. But for now, I see the sun is peeking out a little bit. It's created some line right here. Do the if I turn correctly, can I get the mask over my face there? Hi-yo, Silver, away! But you come up from under. Can I come up? But anyway, lots going on this weekend. Not activity-wise, but just lots of busyness going on this weekend. and might as well get started on it. It's been a long work week. Got a lot accomplished there. Now I get actually go see my girlfriend and help some stuff with her. So with that, I'm going to let you all go, and I'll see you next time from my front porch.